Okay. How are we doing? Let's go on what should be an interesting this should be an interesting one, to say the least. How is everybody doing? I'm uh I'm getting better. Energy levels a little bit better. Still got the head cold, but we're on the mend. So that's what's going on. How we doing? Hey, scientist. The 26th first round pick is confirmed top 10 protected. Means if we land top 10, we keep the 26. Chicago gets 27 and Boston gets 28. Damn. Well, that's interesting. Put everyone on LCL. Put everyone on LTIR and tank, huh? We may not need to put them on LTIR to tank. Did you see the game last night? Hey Simon, how we doing, bud? Yeah, I'll have a schedule out by tonight on what we're going to be doing for the Olympics. We'll talk about that a lot, Simon, with all those fights. Yeah, Hungry McKenna already showed he has some grit. Yeah, exactly. Oh boy. Hey Bucks, how we doing? Yeah, Chucky started it. Yeah. I don't think there'll be any suspensions. You're not going to suspend anybody because if they get suspended, they can't go to the Olympics. So, and what Chucky did was stupid, like going up and hitting Kucherov like that. But he didn't like hurt him or whack him in the head or something. I mean it was stupid, but I don't think anything that happened last night was worthy of a suspension. Yeah, Silva. He won't. You won't. Yeah, we looked at that. So you think he should be suspended on the normal circumstances, just for what for hitting Cooch like that? I don't know. I think it was just kind of stupid. No, we looked at that yesterday. So if a guy gets suspended in the NHL, if he would have been suspended for one game, he could have missed an NHL game and been fine. But I don't think there'll be much of anything. Maybe some fines, you know. Yeah, the Latvia team, Latvia should be fun. Really rooting for them to surprise some people, although they'll probably go winless. Who's the Latvian goalies? I guess they got to be AHL guys, right? Yeah, I wonder what Maurice said. Yeah, there's no fighting in the Olympics. That too. Hey, NHL Zito Masterclass, huh? Do I think they'll get suspended when they come back? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, it was just stupid stuff to me last night. Colin says also for the people that want to tank for the rest of the season, keep in mind that the Panthers don't have a 27 or a 28 round first round pick. Right. No, I mean, tanking just, I don't know. I don't know that it's going to matter. Like, I don't know how much energy these guys are going to have left. We'll see. I mean, Maurice is really this last week really emphasized how tired they are and et cetera, which is kind of unusual for him. I think they're all cranky and crabby and ready for a break. I think they're all ready for a break, to be honest. Hungry says that's why tanking now makes sense. Get a high pick this year, reload and rest in the offseason, come back refreshed and energized with a new chip on the shoulder because of this shitty season. Yeah. The weather right now, we're supposed to get snow here starting in a few hours. So we'll see. Not a lot, maybe an inch. It'll go well with the 4 or 5 inches of ice that's still left. Tomorrow, the high is 13 and the low is 8 with 40-mile-an-hour winds. So good times. I think I'll go fishing. Oh, maybe I'll find a fishing video game online and go fishing. Hey, here's a question for you. For you guys that do that watch the guys play video games, and you know how a lot of people made a lot of money with people watching them do video games. Has anybody ever done that doing a fishing video game? Has anybody ever made a channel out of people watching them do a fishing video game? Like that seems like that already has to have happened. That's too good of an idea. Oh, Simon, I haven't been to the gym, man. Every day I keep thinking I'm going to have enough energy to get into the sauna and sweat and feel better. And just usually by the time I'm done here, I've been just passing out in the afternoons because I got to get ready for the games. So you can hear it. I still got the head cold and the headache and all of that. I'm not as irritable today as I was yesterday. So that's good news. Poor Donna's got to go to work 5 nights in a row, and her phone died on her this morning. So now she's got to drive to work in the snow, drive home at like 11 o'clock at night. She's got no phone. It's not been a good morning for her. I still says time to tank at that pick. All right, let me catch up. Horvolka got sent back down. Hold on, I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom because I'm like 10 minutes behind. So sorry, guys. I was like 10 minutes behind. I just realized it's 12:09. I'm reading comments that you guys left before 12 o'clock. Kyle's wrath laid the hammer down. Nano says, not going to lie, the last thing I want to do is watch some other guy fish. Hey, man, and people do it, right? Oh, where's Olechka? Hold on a second. What did I miss? Hey, Olechka, I was wondering what... Hi, guys. I'm here. I feel really bad. I didn't leave the stream because of Kyle, so there's no need for an apology at all. Left because the trolls got to me. All right. It's all good. I'm glad you're back. That's good news. Thank you. And I'm sure Kyle will appreciate hearing that. Eric says, we're 8 points out. Let's go on a 5-game winning streak after the break. Is it 8? I thought we were only 2 points out. What did I miss? Shit. We're really 8. Fishing video, not that you're aware of. Oh, Frank's ready to trade Kachuk. Yeah, the women's, I guess they're already going, eh? The women's hockey. Hockey Dave says, so I take back the praise I gave Petrie for some recent games. He was at least -2 and got 2 assists for Tampa. I mean, in his defense, Maurice was the idiot that put him on the top pair. Like, come on, man. At least Balinskis can skate. It should have been, if we were just throwing that lineup out there for the hell of it anyway, it should have been Forsling, Balinskis, Mikla, Horvolka, and then Petrie with Sabrango. I don't know what he was thinking. Golly Gwen says, I find it sad all the first-round picks are going to Canadian teams just to do nothing. Okay. Real says, Petrie needs to be the top pair rest of the season. He's a better tank commander than Tua. Yeah, one day after Vilmanis, we now have to listen about Kachuk, and I don't know what the hell everyone's problem with Forsling is. Moser poked the bear and couldn't stand up for 2 seconds to fight. Are they bitching about what Forsling did? Like that was, Forsling, what did Forsling do? He won a fight. Interesting. Hey, Jelly. Oh, from a Finnish sauna. Oh, God. I would kill to be in a sauna right now. I have one, but not, it's infrared. It's different. It still does the job. Andre says, can you imagine how insane Twitter, Reddit would be if we end up with a top 10 pick and win the lottery? Yeah, but they would all say that, they would turn their backs on McKenna anyway, I'm sure, after what he did, right? Hey, Blue Shirt, it's been a long season. GM Drury been frustrating Ranger fans. I know, man. I know. I was watching Ranger Central when it went down. I felt bad for them. So Silva, yeah, no, excuse me. Yeah, scientists let me know at the top. So it is top 10 protected. No need to trade Swiggy to the Hawks for our pick. Petrie, command our tank. Chicago fans are furious, right? I mean, you have to figure, and you have to figure now, okay? If you're making that deal, if you're Chicago and you're making that deal, and Zito says, I want it top 10 protected, they must have laughed out loud at him, right? I mean, if you're Chicago and Zito says, we want it top 10 protected, they must have been like, yeah, sure. No problem. No problem, Bill. Like, if you would have had to think there'd be like -0 chance that it would even be debatable whether the Panthers would be a top 10 possibility. Like, for them, they're just like, well, sure, whatever makes you feel good, Bill. We don't care. Oh, let's go. I gotcha. Hungry says, I'm telling you, Jaws, women's curling streams, Canadians eat it up like it was Lucky Charms. Huh. I'm gonna sit down this afternoon and look at the schedule of events. And I wish I was feeling better and I could commit to just doing some things on my own. Kyle needs a couple days off for sure. And we got the Super Bowl on Sunday. But I'll start getting my ducks in a row that way today. Florida man, you were at the game last night, lost your voice. Yep. Real. Kenneth says, I thought Pomo got tossed from the game because Peachy was on the top pair and the refs noticed. They must have assumed he was drunk, right? Like, when I saw that, I'm like, what could he possibly have been thinking? I don't understand what he could have possibly been thinking. Like, if you're just throwing a lineup out there for shits and giggles because you know you're going to get waxed anyway, I have no idea what he was thinking. Oh, okay, Simon. They play next week. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, Kachuk, you're the Turtle King. Well, now he didn't turtle on this one. He didn't turtle. He took his ass whooping on that one. I mean, you know, Hagel got half his damn equipment off of him. So there's that. But he didn't turtle. Not on this one. They're saying Forsley shouldn't have kept hitting him while he was down already. Oh, come on. Come on. Like, nobody's going to do that. They all try to do that. It's just Forsling connected. They only focus on what benefits their enjoyment, which is Hagel, right? Frank says, can we play the kids after the Olympics because we ain't doing shit? We'll see. They're going to at least, they're not going to quit during the break. Like, we got, 25 games left? We'll talk about it when I catch up on the chat. They're not going to quit. We'll find a spot in the schedule here where we think, okay, this is when they may shut it down. Oh, now my eyes. I better not get that thing in my eye now. David says the whole thing last night was due to Kucherov chopping guys like a biatch, them being afraid to fight other guys. Yeah, exactly, Olechka. I demand water and leaves for the Turtle King. Bex, I guess you're asking about the pick. I guess the first round pick we gave to Chicago is top 10 protected. So if we tank and end up in the top 10 lottery pick, we actually get it. And then the other two picks go to 27 and 28. The Boston would be 28 and Chicago 27. I think that's what it was. Good shot. Leska says, I think the Panthers will get even meaner next season. It's possible. Apparently, Jones said he wanted out from Chicago and was only willing to waive the no trade clause for Dallas or Florida, and Dallas had no interest, huh? No, it is, Frank. I guess it came out that the first pick is protected. No, it's okay, Frank. Everything's good. Yeah. No, it was because we gave them Spencer Knight and a first for Jones. Dorothy Gwen says Florida as a whole should just unite and work on a common goal to F Canada. Oh. Hey, Midnight. Yeah, Columbus, right? What the hell's going on with the Jackets? It's a good point. Oh, Chucky turtled from Radish. Okay. That part you're probably right about. I mean, Chucky's not a fighter. I don't know why he, Hagel was giving me heated rivalry vibes. Why was he undressing Chucky? Forsling was trying very hard not to fight. There was so much going on. It was crazy. No, I'm okay. I'd be okay, babe. Mike says, I don't have a problem in the world with Chucky turtling. His job is to get into someone else's head. And the fact that he does turtle just gets in their head even more. I mean, that's true. That is true. Toronto's best player is an American. Oh, boy. Hey, Eduardo. So, here, let's look at this. Because look, they're not going to quit during the break, right? They're regardless of what we think. Okay? Regardless of what we think. Man. They're not going to quit during the break. So we come back with 20. We come back against the Leafs and the Sabres back to back. And then after that, it's Islanders, Devils, and Jackets. And then back to back is Jackets and Wings. So to me, when's the trade deadline? Is that March 6th? Okay, so the trade deadline is March 6th. So we come back, we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, and then we actually have a game on the trade deadline on the 6th. So at that point, we'll be under 20 games left. And honestly, if we haven't won just about all those games, it's probably going to be close it down time. But I don't think that they're not going to shut things down during the break. And Andre says Forsling didn't instigate the fight. He just finished it. Craig says until they're actually eliminated from playoff contention, the season isn't over. And they may view it that way. You know? Get a hockey team in Atlanta, expand just despite Quebec. Hungry says, starting to think my YouTube algo is F. Just got a recommendation for a reaction video from a heated rivalry fan cringing at NHL hits. Oh God. I haven't gotten any of that in my feed, luckily. Real says if the playoffs start today, Tampa plays Boston. Jesus Christ. Kyle and I have to call that. Oh my God. We have to call that series. And one of us has to pick Boston or one of us has to pick Tampa. And I know that little bastard isn't going to pick Tampa. Shit. Oh, God. This is not good. That's not good. We've never streamed while the Panthers were eliminated. We've been streaming every game for 3 years. We've never made it. We never we've been to the finals every time. Oh, crap. Oh, God. Don't remind me that again. Scientist, good question. Sending Horvoka back opens up a roster spot. You think we'll bring up Cooper Black? I guess we're going to have to do something. Now, I don't know. They still got to evaluate Tarasov, and he does have about 3 weeks before he would have to play. So, I guess let's just wait and see. I think somebody said the 3rd. I think it's or the 23rd. We come back and play the 26th. I think February 23rd is when the roster freeze is over. So I don't think, let me look here. I don't think we have any other goalies. I know we have other goalies, but let me see here. So we've got Luis Domingue. We've got Kirill Jeremyuk, the Russian kid. We've got Cooper Black, and we've got Luis Domingue. And as far as I can remember, I think he's played some in the NHL before. His numbers are not good. Good God Almighty. But why do I feel like he's at least played a couple of times in the NHL before? Come on. Load the page. What are we doing? Really? What, is my laptop going to take a crap on me here or something? Is the stream okay? Stream's fine. Oh, here we go. Okay. So yeah. Luis Domingue. Yeah, he's played plenty of games. He was Tampa Bay's backup for a couple of years there. So that's who we got, and that's who we got. That might be who comes up. I don't know. I mean, at least he has NHL experience. That's you saying he's not in the Panther system, but the Charlotte Checkers have him. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm just checking the roster. That's all I'm doing is checking the Charlotte Checkers Hockey Club roster. And they're saying and I click him. Yeah, on the 25-26 Charlotte Checkers, he's played 6 games. He's got a goals against the 3.33 and an 8.25. So are you saying he's no longer with us? He's on an AHL contract with Charlotte. That doesn't make him. I mean, I'd rather call him Cooper Black anyway. He's not Panther signed. Okay. I see what you're saying. That's interesting. So what the hell why even have him there? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It just doesn't make any sense why I mean, could we sign him to a contract though? I mean, wouldn't it make sense that maybe we could just sign him to something? But let's see what Tarasov is doing. Now, in terms of Cooper Black, Cooper Black's numbers right now, let's see. He's at a 254 and a 900. He's 17-7-2. So that's pretty good. His numbers aren't quite as good as last year's, but his goals against is pretty decent. Last year, it was really good, 198 and a 910. So maybe we just finally bring him up. What is he? How old is that? He was born in 2001. So, I mean, he's 25, 24. He's going to be 25, I think. So maybe we just finally bring him up. Olechka says, let's get Skinner. Well, he cleared waivers, right? So he's in their AHL system, I think, now. Oh, sorry for the head cold stuff, guys. Real says, my favorite thing about the pick is everyone that hates us has to root for us because they want us to lose. Yeah. I like that, Real. That's a good point. Olechka, I mean, in terms of for a backup goalie, I wouldn't be against getting Skinner. I mean, at this point, gotcha, Puckpedia. Okay. Or scientist, I called you Puckpedia. Jesus Christ. We should try to steal Igor. Yeah, you'll get the ski masks. All right. I live close enough. We can hide him. We'll hide him at our house for ransom. I got plenty of extra rooms with nothing in it. Igor would fit right in on Hallandale Beach. All right, David. Appreciate you, bud. Yeah, we'll get Shesterkin for Sam Miskevich in the third. I think that's how this goes. You get a prospect in the third, right? Yeah, Igor's good. Yes, well, Skinner, I thought he got, oh no, I'm thinking Picard. You're right. I'm thinking Picard. Yeah. Thank you. Hey, Reaper, do I think GM Fitzgerald gets fired because the Devils are doing horrible? That's possible, man. The Devils have like forever been like maybe this time. Like they have supposed to be good now for a number of years, and they have just not been able to put it together at all. Yeah, I mean, that's a very real possibility. You can only get so many chances. Snag Allen from New Jersey. Yeah, Susie. Yeah, I got that about picks. I don't know, Goffy. I don't know. I'm not sure why he still has a job, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at Bennington right now. I don't know. I mean, I'm not interested. Not interested. Yeah, no, I'm not interested in Bennington. No interest there. You know, and the thing of it is, look, forget about what what we want, what we think. I kind of am going by more what I think is going to happen. And we're fans. We got a little spoiled. We're used to a certain ambiance around here, like our shit don't stink and we ain't never going to lose, right? But in that locker room, I guarantee you, they want another shot at this. You know what I mean? They're going to want another shot at this. And unless Bobrovsky is going to retire, he's going to be back. Next says Bob is still fine. The entire team that's affected by the injuries and lack of personnel. 1,000%. 1,000%. And my you say people are talking about Binnington. Okay. Well, Binnington has got a 3.65 and an 8.64. That's worse than Bubba. So, well, we're going to give Binnington the benefit of the doubt because the Blues suck, but Bob don't get the benefit of the doubt. Now, do I feel like, am I 100% sold on Tarasov as the answer to full-time as the backup? He needs a little bit of work, you know. He needs a little bit of work. But I'm not interested in Binnington at any way, shape, or form. I'd rather get younger. You know, I'd rather get younger. Well, that's good things. Vashy's back. We'll give out on him again soon. I mean, Tampa's doing the right thing. They see their window of opportunity and they're seizing it. I can't knock them. You know what I mean? No, unless Bobrovsky wants to retire, he's going to be back. I don't have any question about that. Now the backup situation, I don't know. I don't think Bennington's the right job for that, the right guy for that job either, because you need one thing. You need one thing out of your backup goalie, or even as a tandem, consistency. Okay? Somebody that you know what I mean? And that's kind of what, I mean, up until these last couple games, Tarasov has been pretty well consistent. No. And I'm sure that there's other guys out there that the scouting staff are looking at. Blue Shirt says when the Rangers lose, JT Miller don't look happy in interviews. I bet. I bet. Guitar Chris says, are we getting all our guys back minus Barkov after the break? So Jones, I think Gadjevich might be back after the break. I think so. And so Barkov's not going to be back. Nosik's not going to be back. And Kulikov doesn't come back until like mid-March. So we should be able to run when we come back, if pending health with the Olympics and all of that, we should be able to run Lundell, Luosterainen, Marchand, Bennett, Kachuk, Verhaeghe, Rodriguez, Reinhardt. I mean, we should be able to run depending on what you want to do with Samoskevich and Vilmanis. I mean, kind of wouldn't mind Vilmanis in the top 9, but we'll see how it all shakes out. Did anyone actually think we were winning last night? I mean, I was hoping. Honestly, when we had gotten behind 2-0 and even at 3-0, I was like, can we somehow squeeze a miracle point out of this? Like, we were out shooting them so much, I kind of felt like if we could just get one, maybe we could get a lucky point. But offense has been a problem. As much as the defense has been a problem, Bobrovsky's lost a lot of games this year where we've scored 1 goal, and I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on him, not just with all the games he's played and the defensive lapses and all of that stuff. But there's some games here, where we've just not scored enough goals, and he's lost games. We were on a pretty good space there where he had won from December 6th to December 23rd. He won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starts in a row. And was playing really well in terms of goals against, even if his save percentage wasn't spectacular, right? But there's just been too many games that we've only scored 1 goal. Again, like last night, last night was Tarasov. SoFlo, apparently the draft pick is lottery protected. Is 10. Geez, you know what I'm trying to say. But it's protected. JT Miller was asked about his message for the team going into the break. He said, I literally don't know. Come back with a better mindset, I guess. Jesus. Jeez. Nano says Colorado versus Tampa. Let's just say Colorado will be the ones blasting Pink Pony Club at the end of it all. Hey, Andre, what's my personal preference for the season to finish out? I mean, barring a miracle, I would rather them just miss than go get obliterated in the first round. I don't know. Saying that doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? I mean, my preference is for them to come back, have a miracle, and win a three-peat. But it doesn't sound real realistic, does it? That's a tough question. I mean, I guess what I'm hoping for is that if they're not going to make it, nobody gets any more serious injuries because they're trying to make it, and then they don't start fresh and rested next year. I think more than anything, that's what I'm hoping for. We can't finish a game without losing a guy, for crying out loud. It's unbelievable. So Stock Guy feels like we need to tank. Now, where are we now? Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams right now with less points than us. I mean, we could end up tanking without even trying. You know what I mean? Real says defensive lapses. No, sir. That was brilliant tanking strategy from Commander Petrie. Oh, man. Craig said we'd like to make the playoffs and go from there. Craig says next year isn't guaranteed to make. Chat jumped on me. Next year isn't guaranteed to make the playoffs either, so make the most of it that you can. Yeah, I understand that too. All right, hold on. I'm reading. They probably don't have their own streams, Alechka. I don't think they do. And I don't mean that as an insult. That's a genuine question. Is there anybody that does what I do for the Panthers? Is there anybody that does that for the Lightning? If there is, I feel bad for them because they ain't never come across my feed. You would think they would have. Oh, I appreciate that. I try to be cool for everybody. I try everything to be. God, I can't talk today. For crying out loud, it's like I'm still on cold meds. Jesus, get it together, Charles. I try to just be cool with everybody. When I grew up, we just all got along. I never, except for Dolphins fans and Jets fans. That's for true though. I appreciate that, Lightning. I appreciate that. Jack says, why aren't Panther fans just happy to be back-to-back Stanley Cup champs? You're not going to three-peat. Just get over it, and you'll be more mentally sound because of it. So I think what happens here, if I can interject all the way around. Now, I don't go on Twitter very often at all, really, like hardly ever. But I am told what happens, and every once in a while I'll look at a thread and I'll see it. And I think like every other discourse on the internet, it's just gotten completely out of hand. Completely out of hand. And I mean, the players, I think they genuinely hate each other. Like, I don't think they hate each other, like personally hate each other. At least that's the way it appears to me. But I think what happens is somebody there'll be in a huge fight on Twitter with people, go back and forth, and you end up all riled up with that, understandably so. And then maybe you go to the next piece of content and you're carrying that with you. Like there was somebody that left a comment on the recap last night and he wanted to start a little bit of something. And I was like, hey, I said, look, everybody that, I said, Tampa fans come to this channel. Everybody's cool. 20% of the subscribers are Lightning fans. It's been that way the whole 10 years. And I just cracked a joke about it. I said, now be cool, or I will have to remind you that you lost to the Leafs in the playoffs. And I don't think anybody wants to be reminded of that. So I always try to just dispel it as much as I can with humor. And that don't mean I don't get triggered every once in a while. But I have the remove comment button. So if I get triggered by something and I am incapable of not responding, and I know that my response is probably going to be inappropriate, I will just remove the comment because every once in a while somebody will say something about Kyle, or I've had some people before say stuff about Matthias or the dogs, and I just got to delete the comments. But I think we all just kind of need to understand that it's not personal. Like we're just talking about our hockey teams. You know what I mean? Like that's all we're doing. We're talking about our hockey teams. And so it means nothing when we win the cup. And I'm not saying this to anybody specific at all. I'm not picking on anybody at all. But it means nothing when we win the cup and we are the best and we've proven the best if we're not willing to admit it when we're not. And there's no sense in fighting over what was or what. There's no sense in fighting over who was better here or who was better there or anything like that. Because for fuck's sake, you can make an argument using statistics that Tua was as good as Dan Marino. So what happened in the past in each specific year, it just doesn't matter because all the circumstances are different. This team got this many points. This team got that many points. but they all need a different level of points to get there. Tampa won during different times. There were different challenges with the whole COVID thing, right? So sometimes people can look at it and say, well, they didn't play so many games, and maybe that did lead to them not getting as exhausted as they normally would. But they also had to have a long break and then come back and be ready, boom, into playoff mode. So that's a challenge as well. And plus just the obnoxious schedule and the precautions and the safety, everything that they had to do with COVID. It was a really, really different experience. So I try not to put too much of an asterisk on those wins. But for a long time around here, Panther fans, including the first 5, 6 years, 7 years, whatever it was of this channel, the peak of our existence was losing to Colorado in the Stanley Cup final 30 years ago. So when I see everybody fighting about who is better or who's not, like 1 cup, 2 cups, and if we don't win it again, we don't win it again. The core is still there. But if you look at what Tampa is doing now, and I know I'm going on a soapbox and I know I'm ignoring the chat, but I haven't said this really. Look at what Tampa is doing. If you're a Panther fan, don't get mad about what Tampa is doing right now. Because what are we all saying? Oh, hey, we won 2 cups. We still have the core. We still could win again. Well, what Tampa is doing right now is proof of that theory. They won their 2 cups. They got exhausted. They kind of retooled. They had to sit back. Yeah, they made the playoffs, but they still didn't do very well in those playoffs. Go look at Vasilevsky's save percentage in the last 2 seasons. We brutalized them. Okay? Doesn't mean Vasilevsky sucked. It just means they were exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, all the same things that Maurice and the players are experiencing now. So I'm not mad about what Tampa is doing right now, because as Panther fans, we're literally saying that that's what we're going to do. Is we won a couple, maybe we need to take some downtime and then we'll be back. Well, Tampa is proving by doing what they're doing right now that us Panthers, that we're going to be able to do the same thing. So it doesn't anger me if somebody says they're better, because they are right now. They are. There's no way around it. You know what I mean? But that's the beautiful part about it, is that gives us a little bit of motivation, gives us the idea of what, if Tampa can lay low and come back and retool and get healthy and get rested and look like they look right now. Look at Vasilevsky is the perfect analogy to Bobrovsky as well. Everybody wants to kill Bobrovsky and say he's dead just because of the number. But Vasilevsky had played so much freaking hockey. He had the back surgery, and his numbers from last 2 years in the playoffs looked like he was toast. And now he's back to playing like him again. Now, I understand that Bob's case, he's a little bit older, and that number does start to matter at some point. But we got to be realistic about the product that's being put on the ice by the whole collective. And the last part of that is that we already knew this. We already knew that with Paul Maurice, you're playing one style. And if you play that style to perfection, you're going to win. And we did. But we already saw this even on the years that we were winning our cups. On the nights that we didn't play the style, the way, and the intensity that it needed to be played, we look like dog shit, kind of like we do most nights now, because it's an all or nothing type of thing. We don't really have the run and gun style of offense that we had in the past. We have the ability to implement that, but Maurice ain't never going to do it. So we're stuck with what we got. Now, maybe he makes some adjustments at some point and says, you know what? Maybe I need to tweak what I'm doing, because these guys aren't going to want to bust their ass for another 120 games a year to try to win again. And maybe they're not physically capable of that because all the miles on their body and their age. But don't let it anger you. Just for anybody. Don't let it anger you, because it's true. We're not as good as they are right now. In the last couple of years, 2-3 years, we were better than them. And then they were better than us. It's just the reality. And to celebrate when you're the best, you have to be able to admit when you're not. And right now, we're just not. So everybody just have a smoke and a drink and enjoy the Olympic break. Okay. I'm going to just scroll to the bottom of the chat now. Okay. Hey, Nerful. Yeah. We talked about that. Yeah. Oh, boy. Exactly. It's a cycle. You're the best for a period of time, and then you fall to the bottom and rebuild. Exactly. Oh, boy. Al says the Pens, Sabres, Wings, Kraken, and Ducks are all in playoff spots. I feel bad for Nick with the Sharks, too. You know? I really feel bad. I thought they were going to do it. Man. Oh. Oh, boy. I'm just reading what we're saying. Okay, well, we all do the best we can, right? Andre says, yeah, Jaws, unlike the Pats. Now, they did lay low for a couple of years, though, right? Didn't they have like 4 wins for 2 years in a row? Oh, shit. IDK says, I didn't expect to fall so hard and so pathetically. Well, look, I like I've been saying in the recaps, they're not going to quit. This team won't quit. Now they may have to get shut down to protect themselves at some point, you know. But they're not going to quit until they're out of it. And hey, look, man, you know, you know, sometimes you just have to accept how things are. And you don't like it. And I understand. I mean, I'm not a professional athlete. I'm not doing any of that. But I understand getting to a point where you've done all this stuff and then something happens and you're just so emotionally drained and done that you got nothing left, even though you should. Not a day goes by. Not a day goes by that I'm not gutting it out, like dragging my dead body behind me. Because of how much I miss the dogs. Not one day. And so when I see the guys on the ice, yeah, I'm bitching and complaining. Reinhardt standing still. Forsling looks gassed. When I see them doing that, I'm like, man, I get it. I get it. I absolutely get it. You know, sometimes you put yourself through something and you get through it and you think, we did that. That was great. We did it. Accomplished. But when that next task comes, that's when you realize I got nothing left. I got nothing left. So I bitch and complain and I make it entertaining and all of that good stuff. But you know, we say it as fans. We say, oh, well, you know, yeah, he's playing through something. He's playing hurt. He's playing hurt. But the level of what they're gutting out on any individual night when they're playing hurt, we don't know. We don't know the level of pain that they're going through when they go through it. And that takes an energetic toll on you, man. So like I always say right here, the one rule of the chat is just be cool. Just be cool. That's it. Just be cool. We don't need to be at each other's throats and having this ridiculous, stupid, actual physical animosity between people because one person is a Panther fan, another person is a Lightning fan, or another person is a Leaf fan or a Canadian fan. And yeah, you know, that shit comes from a lot of mentally challenged people that have nothing better to do but then to just be on social media and nitpick at everything that they don't like about what's going on. That's why I stopped engaging. That's why I stopped going and getting there, because you can't help but read things that people are saying about you or your team or your you know, your fan base. You can't help but get aggravated and irritated about it. So just be cool, man. It's stupid. It's stupid and immature as adults that we let it get to this point. That we let it. I mean, it's just like it. Why does it have to be accepted? Jake. All right. So that's what you got for today. I miss my fucking dogs and I'm sick of watching people fight. I miss my dogs and I'm sick of watching people fight over fucking hockey and get aggravated and irritated and at each other's throats. Thank you, John. Appreciate you, bud. Hamburger Hut. Appreciate you, John. These Hurricane fans are poking fun at us. I think it's because they're 0-2 in their lifetime in the playoff. Oh, man, ain't that the truth? Thank you, John. Appreciate that, bud. Flying Fluffy Fishing Gaming Chat. Yeah. Nah, man. Hungry, dude, I had the idea. I'll tell you something. I mean, I had the idea. I'm going to get myself a pedal kayak, restart the fishing channel, because that's what I was supposed to do with Fluffy. Hey, hey. $2,500 for a freaking kayak. World's gone mad. World's gone absolutely batshit crazy. Yeah, hurricane. I mean, look, we're in last place. It is what it is. You know? Yeah, Jake, 2,500. They got, but I watched a video and they were like, this is the best budget pedal kayak. And the dude was like, it's only $2,300. I was like, what? What? Like, my first 3 or 4 cars weren't even half that amount of money. It's a freaking kayak. Like, and you still got to pedal it. Like, it ain't I have a trolling motor or anything like that. It's unbelievable. Thank you, Bex. I appreciate you that, bud. Appreciate that. This is John's new puppy fun. Not sure if you consider ever getting a new puppy, but here you go. I appreciate that, man. We'll buy Leia some treats with it. You think I'm effed up about it? Kyle's no way near shape, ready, or form to get another. Leia is perfect. Leia's perfect for us. The Real says fishing channel. I thought the baseball channel was a new priority. Well, how can I put this? I can only push Kyle so far. Now, if I'm going to do anything with the baseball stuff, it's got to be me by myself. He's had his full of sports. I got to start being able to. I got to start buying some stuff for him to sell on eBay again. He needs a little bit of balance there. He doesn't want it all to be sports. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. David says, Jaws, be careful if you do fishing content. There's a TikTok trend of people reporting fishermen who catch snakeheads. You got to dispose of them immediately or people report you. Now, that's really interesting. I've caught 2 snakeheads in where I live. They haven't really come down my tributary for some reason. I've caught in 11 years or 10 years I've been fishing there. I've only caught 2. The first time was the first year I got here. I didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, what the hell is this? I threw it back. I had never seen or heard of a snakehead before when I first caught it. And then I caught one last year. Unfortunately, I caught him where I would normally catch my bass. There wasn't any bass, but I caught a snakehead. So that's not a good sign. So we'll see what happens out there this year. But yeah, I know you're supposed to dispose of them. I catch and release, but I get it. So it's like, I'll have to figure something out. In fact, I did that on camera last year, David, because I was doing fishing videos for the members, and I think I caught him on camera and let him go. I'm pretty sure I did that. Somebody who watches the members would remember. Scientist says the narrative has changed now. The Panthers are losing on purpose to screw over the Blackhawks. That's wild, man. Bucks definitely, I would suspect it's going to last at least until Vasilevsky and Barkov and Kachuk and that generation of guys move out. Deadly Flames, man. I don't know what happened to you guys this year. You guys were 96 points last year, right? It's got to be frustrating. You're going to have to cut the dead weight. I guess Huberto's now out. I guess he needs surgery. that Huberdeau contract hurt you, but now with the cap going up, maybe you can dig yourselves out. Might need a new GM though. Craig says, yeah, they're supposedly good to eat. That I haven't tried it yet. They're kind of slimy. Though. They're slimy on the outside. It's not appetizing. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Trent says, I'm chilling since my team don't exist. When I wrote my book, did I think we'd win 2 cups and be the most hated team in the league? Nah, man, I didn't see that coming. No, didn't say anything like that in the book either. It was kind of like, for those of you who don't know, I wrote the book after we lost to Vegas. Yeah, that's a good question. It's a good question. I've been thinking about writing another one, but maybe this summer. You heard Trocheck's back on the market? Jeez. We're not the most hated team in the league. I don't know where Trocheck would go. Maybe to the West somewhere. Each planet will have hockey teams and there'd be a Super Stanley Cup final. That's going to be football. Football eventually will try to expand to other planets, I'm sure. All right, guys, I got to roll. I want to see Donna out the door. She's got to get ready to go. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for listening to my my TED Talk here today. It gets frustrating seeing everybody fight about this stuff. I hate it. I don't like to see it. You know, it's frustrating because I know, you know, it goes on. I hate having to pick sides, and I don't like to pick sides like that. Probably going to take tomorrow off. We got the Super Bowl on Sunday. I'm going to have some videos coming out. And then next week, I think on Monday, we'll pick the noon streams back up. I think I'll definitely take a couple of days off, need it. And then so I'll have a post out either today or tomorrow about the Olympic schedule. We'll be live. Colin and I will be live on Sunday for Super Bowl. We're going to have fun with that. And then we'll be back here Monday with the regular noon stream. And I got some good ideas for some videos coming up here during the Olympics. And, of course, we'll be doing a bunch of Olympic stuff. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Thank you for all the support. And if I don't see you, I'll see you on Sunday on the football channel.